Welcome. Well, you're at home with Jim and Joy, and you are an important part of our EWTN family. And we're delighted that you have welcomed us into your home. You know, we want to hear from you, so you can always send us an email with any question or comment to jimandjoy@ewtn.com. Well, today we're going to bring to you a show that we had on. We had Mary Rose and Ryan Verret. They authored a beautiful book together, great website called witnesstolove.org. They are an on-fire couple that God is using mightily in parish work.
And doing a critical work. I mean, the whole program is based on the best premarital counseling that the church can give. And so they've come up with this beautiful model, Witness to Love, and as well as solid content, especially led by the priest or pastor of the parish, is this whole idea of mentoring. And they provide various mentoring couples who know the ups and downs of marriage, love the church and the teaching of the church, to accompany this premarital couple. Now they get to pick, the couple does, the mentors they want. And that's one of the keys to the success there, is that they're not just simply assigned mentors, which can work as well. They choose the mentors that they desire, that they can relate to, and they accompany them through the teaching and welcome them into the parish. And so the vision here is that when we work with couples in premarital counseling, it's not simply the content. Oh, that's critical to get good content regarding what marriage is and what marriage does and what the church teaching is as a sacrament, the sacrament of marriage, but to introduce them to another couple and to introduce them to other people in the church, to introduce them to the ministries of the church. So you're not only coming together as a couple, you're coming into the heart of the church, and you know people already within. And this is proving that those who are getting married in the church are not just getting married and leaving the church. They're already, they understand their commitment not only to one another, but to the church, and know people within the church. It's a beautiful program.
And it's so beautiful because so many people come from broken homes. So you may think that's your model for marriage. If this doesn't work, then when it's no longer good for me, I'm out. But this beautiful ministry, Witness to Love, is really accompanying, discipling, healing,
community,
and community. So you could say this is how you do this, and they walk with them through the whole beautiful journey. And then they have a friend where they can say, okay, so how does this work? Because when we did premarital counseling, when you were an Episcopal priest many years ago, we would always do a 6-month checkup, 3-month checkup, and you know, they said all of a sudden that guy that they were madly in love with, they just kind of like didn't like him anymore. And so you journey with them. It's a beautiful, beautiful ministry.
It's witnesstolove.org, witnesstolove.org. And so you're going to want to hear Mary Rose and Ryan. We'll be right back. Please don't go away.
Welcome back. Well, you're at home with Jim and Joy, and right now we have the wonderful pleasure of having Ryan and Mary Rose Verret with us, this absolutely lovely couple. They've been married 7 years. They have 3 beautiful children. They're from New Orleans and Louisiana, not really New Orleans.
Lafayette.
Lafayette, yeah.
That's right. And so they have a beautiful ministry about marriage preparation and marriage renewal. That God is really setting on fire, and it's really a wonderful ministry. But first, before you tell us all about that ministry, just tell us about you and who you are, how you got to this place, how you fell in love, what was your marriage prep about. Tell us. Mary Rose.
Thanks for having us on. We appreciate it. It's a great honor. It's funny, we were talking about how we met and even this getting into this apostolate, this ministry of marriage prep, and it actually started when we met in Virginia. I was in school in the DC area, and Mary Rose was working for the Diocese of Arlington with their marriage preparation program, and she asked me if I would come and help set up tables for the marriage prep conferences that were happening. Setting up tables, but it was a setup.
You didn't know.
And of course I said, why not? I didn't have anything to do on a Saturday morning, and it turned into breakfast
Wow.
and time hanging out after. So that was sort of
That was
how
one of
we
our
met.
date not dates.
Yeah.
She's a wise woman.
Yeah, she was, and still is actually.
Yes. Well, good. So you met in Virginia, and then when did you decide to get married? How long did you date before you decided to get married?
She always says we went on dates, but not dates. So Mary Rose had a much more clear and certain kind of understanding what God was asking us to do as a couple, and it just took me a little while longer. I don't know if that's
usually
a
does.
And it took me a little while to sort of catch up to what God was saying. But then when we did, I remember calling Mary Rose and just sort of realizing what she already knew. I said, Mary Rose, I think God wants us to be married, and I think that marriage is probably going to come quickly.
And he was in Louisiana by
I was
that
in Louisiana
time. He
at
was
the time,
back home.
and so we called a good friend of ours, Father Francis DeRosa, the priest in the Diocese of Arlington, and we said, Father,
That was after we were engaged.
After we were engaged, of course, yeah. And we're engaged, and engaged around beginning of Advent, and then we're married the following Divine Mercy Sunday.
The eve of Divine Mercy Sunday.
So we had a beautiful engagement, and almost went through the whole life of Christ liturgically. It's something we just enjoyed.
Yeah.
And and here we are, almost 7 years later with 3 beautiful children.
Well, good. Well, what was your marriage prep training like?
Well, at the time, I had moved from Arlington to Lafayette when we were getting engaged, and I was working in the Office of Marriage and Family Life, so the same job I had in Arlington, now I had it in Lafayette, Louisiana, for the Diocese of Lafayette, and working in marriage preparation. And I was the one who signed the certificates for engaged couples. So I found out I was not allowed to sign my own certificate. So we had to find some other way of doing marriage preparation. And so the option was go outside the diocese to another diocese. And at the time, there hadn't been a renewal in the programs that were available at the time. And I wasn't comfortable, going searching, and so I said, let's look online. There must be something. So I Googled Catholic Marriage Prep online, and CatholicMarriagePrep.com, Agape Marriage Prep Ministries. They've been here on your show, well, not this show, but a different one, I think. And that was it. And so we did it online with Christian and Christine Mert, and they were our mentors online, so back and forth. And we would have dinner and have a glass of wine and talk about, and it was beautiful material, very thorough. So we had great conversations, and
we kind of discovered the wealth of what the Church has, in some ways, the fruits of John Paul II's papacy, and where marriage preparation resources are today with regards to the teaching on marriage and the sacrament and the theology of the body. And so we received all that, and it was a great gift, with CatholicMarriagePrep.com.
And we knew a lot of it before, but we had never kind of sat down and discussed it together. And so it was a great opportunity. One of the things, though, that we did discover was that because marriage preparation doesn't plug you into a parish, we kind of became floaters. And so we just really went every Sunday. It was, hey, where do you want to go for church today? It wasn't, this is our church, this is where we go, this is where we're connected. Every Sunday we went to a different church, all great churches, but we never plugged into a community. So that was something that was missing in our marriage preparation.
And we never really maybe understood at that time or appreciated the need to have rootedness in a parish, and a pastor, and a congregation there,
And to be known by people.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
And which is so important. It's just kind of, because it is so beautiful, especially, we're at the cathedral and you see a couple come in and, they're all getting in delightful, and then they're engaged, and then they're married, and then all of a sudden, a couple 9 months later, they have a baby, and then now the one couple, they're pregnant again with theirs, and you're just like, and you feel they belong to you. It's just so beautiful. They're being such a credible witness of the faith right before your eyes, and it is lovely.
So what led you to pursue developing your own premarital program of renewal, and what are the components of it? What's the structure of it?
Sure. Well, we I guess, and we were talking about this earlier, we never really set out to do a program. We kind of thought the last thing the world needs is another program. Right. And but what we found is that you have to have some sort of vehicle, some sort of model to test things out, try things out, judge progress. And we really saw that couples were getting married and not plugging into their parishes. And so after 3 years in Arlington, Virginia, kind of just, not married at the time, but watching couples go through the process and just, observing. And then coming to Lafayette, we went through a renewal. We piloted Ascension Press's Living God's Plan for a Joy-Filled Marriage, with Dr. Popchek and Tom McCabe, and it was a great program, and we were so excited about it. And when we had our second child, went to work at the parish, and we decided, work part-time, work from home mostly, and get involved at the parish. Father Michael Delcom, our pastor, great priest. And so my first year there, we were just Father was so excited. Hey, I have you. You're at the diocese. We're going to do well. And that first year, we had 17 couples get married. And by the end of that year, of the 17 couples we prepared, 2 were already divorced. Not even a year after the wedding.
Lord mercy.
And we were like crushed. Physically, we could not believe how we did everything. We had trained mentor couples for them. They did in-home marriage prep, trained mentor couples, great couples. We had, they took the Prepare and Rich, which is like the focus, premarital inventory. They did natural family planning classes. They went to the diocese for God's plan for a joy-filled marriage and a living God's plan. So this was a lot of prep.
Right. You were crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's.
We were.
And they're all important.
Yes.
It's all very important.
Sure.
So great programs, great material, great people, but something was missing. And we couldn't even figure out what the something was, because we didn't find out that they were getting divorced until it was really too late after the fact. Their mentors didn't know, we didn't know, I didn't know, Father didn't know. There was just a discernment, and we just said, we need to go out on a limb here. I think we need to walk on water. And that's what it felt like. And we just said, so what happened? They didn't connect to the mentor couple, the great couple that we assigned to them.
That you assigned
That
to
we
them.
assigned, right. We assigned a couple to them, a trained couple in the parish. So what if, this was a big 3-hour hash it out conversation we had with Father Michael, what if we let them pick a mentor couple? Oh, well.
Drum rolls.
Oh, no. Well, who are they going to pick? So that became, how do we make sure they pick the right couple? And if they pick a couple, how do we get them ready to, how's it? So that has been a 4-year process really now, working through all those little issues. And we ask that they pick a couple who's been married 5 years or more. Usually it's 10 or 15 years, the couple they choose, in the Catholic Church. They have a marriage the engaged couple looks at and says, I want that, I admire that, I would be happy if I had that. And the mentor couple also has to be practicing, go to church regularly. So those are really the 3 big requirements. You can add more requirements if you want, it's totally up to a pastor or a diocese, but those are the basic ones we start with. And it really kind of just grew from there. What do we have them talk about? How do we prepare them to talk about things with the couple? So it just really evolved from that.
But that principle, which became the critical principle, if I'm understanding correctly, was it's superior in some way or more beneficial that they not be assigned a mentor, but that they see the mentors that they want. Is that the critical principle, and that they're attached to them in a way that they might not be in another way, and that this could last longer, or they'd be more free in speaking? That was the key.
Sure. Practically, just speaking, if in our parish several couples are there that of course are married and attending Mass regularly, and then you have a younger couple that's engaged, they're sitting in the back or so, and they're looking around and they're looking for models. People look around the church. Unfortunately, we're not always focused on the altar like we should be, or the homily, and they may notice just a couple that sort of stands out to them. Now you think, if in marriage prep we meet with them, we say, is there someone in the parish that you've noticed that you would like to maybe become a mentor for you? And they just go and ask them. So there's some natural attractiveness already, instead of just assigning someone. And when you just maybe assign someone to them, the likelihood of that mentor to just maybe kind of just get through the process efficiently and effectively and kind of crossing the dots is important. But if there's an opportunity for kind of building a surprise relationship, I think something interesting develops in the Holy Spirit.
In your whole process, once the couple picks the mentoring couple, right? So the engaged couple says, I really like these people and I have good energy with them. Then you have a whole program for the mentoring couple, right? So how does that affect and infect their marriage?
Right. We found, and our pastor likes to say, this his favorite thing about our process is the mentor couples. What happens to the mentor couple? So the engaged couple, so you're just living your life, going to church on Sunday, trying to be a good spouse, and someone comes up to you and says, I've been admiring your relationship. I've been admiring your marriage, and I was wondering if you could walk with us and help us with our marriage prep. can you go to church with us at least 2 Sundays a month? Can you meet with us 6 times in your home? Could you continue to reach out to us after the wedding day? You just, what would you would just say, oh my goodness, yes, and so they said, okay, well, if you could come to our marriage prep coordinator's home. So in our case, it's me. To us, they come to our home, and we just sit down with them, and we coach that mentor couple into really the most perfect wedding gift for that engaged couple, because they are going to be there offering that engaged couple a lifeline.
That's a great way to think of it, that this is my gift to you for a lifetime. Wow.
Right. I mean, it's really the ultimate gift you can give.
Yeah.
And I think God's first plan would be initially for us to have that with our parents. Some of us have that with our parents, and maybe our grandparents that witness. But unfortunately, in sort of the kind of divorce on demand culture we live in, many people that have come to us, their parents are divorced. Not only their parents, sometimes their grandparents are divorced, and we're just thinking there's a void when it comes to that natural way. I think that God and the church needs to kind of communicate about the beauty of marriage and the intimacy of married couples and all those areas. So this becomes an effective way to maybe remedy some of those areas that need assistance.
Well, we have Christina on the phone from Illinois. Christina, welcome to At Home with Jim and Joy, and your question or your comment for Ryan or Mary Rose.
Thank you. I think this is a beautiful ministry, and I also appreciate the fact that in this ministry you're using the terminology of Pope Francis about encountering and listening, and I think that's a wonderful thing. My question is the idea of the newly engaged couple wanting or being able to choose their mentor. And how do you, in your ministry, ensure that the mentor couple is, for example, upholding the teachings of the church, say, around birth control? All the data shows that the vast majority of Catholics use birth control. And so how do you screen, I guess would be the right word, who these mentor couples are?
Thanks for your comments and good question.
A great question. We call that, when we do our presentation at conferences or summits or seminars, we call this the big question. It's in our PowerPoint. The big question everyone wants to know is, what if the mentor couple is using contraception? And of course, statistics show most often they are. Because why? Because they don't know any different. No one's ever said anything. So when they enter this process, the engaged couple goes to the diocesan theology of the body, either retreat or conference, or they go online.
So they're not teaching the theology.
They are not
Others
teaching
are teaching
the
the
theology.
theology.
Qualified teachers are teaching the theology. The engaged couple listens. They come back, they go to the mentor couple's home, father comes over for dinner. The engaged couple shares with the mentor couple what they've heard, what they've learned, their questions, their comments. And father enters into dialogue. They have a conversation about the mentor couple is listening. They're just listening. They've never heard any of this before, for the most part. The mentor couple, almost every single time, deep conversion. They've never heard this before, and everything father is saying is registering with them because they've lived the experience of contraception, or they've lived the experience of not using it, and they can share that testimony. A lot of times, they are using, couples. Some of these couples who have the great marriages, the great relationships, they're using natural family planning, and it shows in their relationships. So quite often it is those couples, but the mentor couples. Another question, kind of the follow-up to that question is, well, what if the mentor couple disagrees with father? What then? Now, we had that happen one time. Father Michael shared with me. He said, it was a great conversation. The mentor couple asked questions the engaged couple never would have kind of been brave enough to ask. But the engaged couple was so taken by father's responses, the engaged couple had the deep conversion. And when I asked father, I said, what if a priest says, I don't want to be cornered like that? Or what if I don't want to be ganged up on? Father said, the real tragedy would be not that I get cornered, but if the conversation never happened.
Right.
And we're not having that conversation too often, and that's the problem. If
But we
would
can.
we can.
This is a great 2-for-1
You'll-
evangelism. 4-for, you know.
Yeah.
It's
But
really.
everybody
It's
gets
2 for the price of 1
Right.
evangelization.
Yeah, but even the priest gets to stand for the faith. I mean, it's the new evangelization where he's getting to tell the beautiful story in its beauty and truth.
Right, in a home, not behind the pulpit.
Right, you know.
And can the older couple or the couple that's been married who did contracept at any point, can they say honestly to this couple they've established a good
helped.
relationship with and say, this was good for us?
No.
Probably not.
Right,
No.
right.
So we see mentor couples getting off of birth control during this process. We see them getting pregnant and having babies along with the engaged couple. It's really been beautiful, beautiful.
Any other thoughts before we close out, Ryan?
Well, it's an
Would you like
honor
to
to be here. It's a privilege to be here. You know, this has been very important to us because, you know, we've come just our backgrounds through the blessings of strong marriages, but also the reality that some marriages didn't work well, as I think God had envisioned for it. And I think we have an opportunity. God's put this on our heart, you know, several years ago, our own vocation to provide a witness. So we hope that's just going to bear good fruits, you know, in our families, our lives of our children, and all of our friends.
And we, you know, this all kind of started a year ago at the conference for all the family life directors in the country, and I was supposed to give a little workshop. There were supposed to be 5 people at the workshop. Instead, 70 family life directors showed up. They were laughing, they were crying, they were just so like, this is the missing piece. This is how we're going to fill in the gap.
Right.
And so. This isn't about replacing anything that's out there. It's about filling in the gaps. It's about giving a lifeline to engaged couples everywhere. It's not more work. The parish does not have to go recruit mentors.
Right.
The engaged couple goes. They pull people from the fringes, from the woodworks. They pull the people and bring them and say, this is who I admire. Can you have this person? Can you help them to walk with me? So
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're such an encouragement. It's witnesstolove.org. witnesstolove.org. We're going to take a break at this time. You're at home with Jim and Joy. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Well, Mary Rose and Ryan are doing so much to build strong, happy marriages, and we pray for their beautiful ministry. Please join us on Monday when our guest will be Dick Bolden. Now, he is the co-founder of the Rosary Evangelization Apostolate, which fosters devotion to Our Lady by praying the Rosary. And remember, you are always at home with Jim and Joy, and you are an important part of our EWTN family. God bless you.